been a little post recently about how do you do personal guidance with limited resources? How do you meet the benchmark? And so I thought I'd just share a few ideas with you. In the 19, and this goes back, shows how old I am, but we used to have blanket interviewing in the early 80s, late 70s, and it was kind of seen as bad practice because it was a one size fits all. And so we introduced a menu of activities. So you'd go into school, you'd have a caseload, and you'd try and work out who needed the most support and then who needed a lighter touch. And you'd have clinic sessions, short drop-in sessions. You'd have small groups on information queries. You'd have longer interviews or career conversations, as we prefer to call them, for those who needed it most. And you'd see them again, and you'd have review sessions. And you were really trying to meet everybody's needs. So the benchmark has kind of scuppered that and made it a numbers target in some places. Lots of you are really trying to do your best to make sure everybody gets seen and get quality. But there are places where that's not happening. So what do we do about it? Well, first of all, personal guidance is different from information advice. So if you're down to 20 minutes, it's not really personal guidance anyway. So we need to get that across to senior management. 30 minutes is pushing it as well. Unlikely to really go any more than just checking the plan. So we're aiming for a CDI 45 minutes, and ideally, that's for the people who need it the most, and then check up. How do you still meet the benchmark? Well, the first thing is, as I said, is actually personal guidance is going sort of beyond the plan and looking at what's happening for that person. We need to triage, but we need to triage not according to the plan, because plans change, plans don't work, plans can be from other people. We triage according to, this was in the late 1990s, 200 from Sampson et al., according to career management competencies combined with high life complexity. Don't know whether you can see this. It might be reversed, I'm not sure. So basically, high life complexity, all your school data, and then career management competencies. There are blueprints out there internationally, they've been there for years, about what people need for the journey. So your young people, if you're trying to communicate this to them, are going on a career journey, okay? Their road, what does it feel like? What does it look like? In groups, getting to draw the road with its twists and its turns. Where are they on that road? Good to discuss what their vehicle's like. So they want a bus with people in it to support them. They want to be on their own, be on a bike, because it's more eco-friendly, their value. So talk about their vehicle, their road, what it's like. Get this idea that career isn't linear. It's not just about paid work. That's the first thing. Then we need to say, what do you need for the journey? And what we need are those career management competencies. So we got the classic ones, such as decision making, being able to do your research, awareness of your skills and your strengths. Then you've got the ones that are lesser known, such as adaptability, adapting to new situations, persistence, resilience, I can bounce back when things don't work out, curiosity, going beyond what you already know, okay? Self-care, so optimism, do you mean hope, all those kind of things, networking, being able to access support. So there's a lot of career management competencies. Don't have to use them all. If you're looking at year 10, you can use a smaller group of them. If then you're looking at year 11, you might use other ones. But what you do, you get them to, in groups, in group work, to reflect on which ones they have, which ones they need to be working on. Peer coaching is brilliant for it. So there are questions to use with each one. You can use those questions. Where do you get them from? I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but there's questions linked to each competency, such as adaptability. Think of a time when you managed to change. It could be starting a new school. I mean, how well did you did it? What would have helped? How can you do it in the future? So you can have peer coaching exercises around those cards, or you can have general coaching questions. What makes you say you haven't got it? So you put those on cards for young people to read out to each other. And then they reflect and they can record which ones they have, which ones they need to work on. That's what helps you work out who needs to be seen the most in line with the sort of school risk data at risk of need. You can have preparation, pre-career conversation, questionnaires that aren't just based about the plan, but again, ask them how do they feel about the decision ahead, and to tick the career management competencies they feel they're good at. And then again, you can see who might need the most support. It's only one method. You also combine tutor feedback, but again, tutors should be looking at not who's sorted or not who's just disruptive. Again, informed tutors have a little list of the career management competencies and get them to say which ones that young person is struggling with. So that's triage. Now, what I'm talking about here are these, I use career management with the career navigator cards. Okay, so you can get a lifetime membership where there are videos on how to do this, everything I'm saying, all the downloadable documents. I'll give you the link in the post. Downloadable documents, downloadable action plans. There's an online version in case you want to do it with a group in school, or you can use sets of the cards. Okay, so you can use them like that. They've been trialed with people with learning difficulties as well, and there's some advice in the information about which cards and how to use them. So you then have clinic sessions. As I said, from there you're able to determine who might be good for quicker sessions, for information sessions, small groups for information. In terms of personal guidance, we're looking much more at how you can do that in group guides. Now, it's not group work. It's a highly skilled thing to run a small group of people who might have similar needs, but they need to be supportive and they need to be working together to help each other solve that. So that's, perhaps I should do another post on group guidance, but there's a lot of work being done on that. We need to be creative. We need to use our one-to-one resource effectively. One size fits all doesn't work. 20 minutes, 30 minutes isn't really going to be personal guidance. Let's see if we can work together, put ideas in the post for how people can triage, how we can prepare. There's been some great ideas about if the information bit have pre-printed links that you can tick, little videos of you talking about the options. If you find you're saying the same thing every time, that's begging for a video of you talking. Reading can be boring. You talking about the options with props and diagrams. Let's sort of try and make sure this one-to-one isn't just going through the options and information. Okay, hope that's helpful. As I said, the resource I'm talking about is Career Navigator. I've kept it at the same price since 2015. So I won't be able to do that for much longer, but now there's so much support in it online. So it's more than cards, it's your membership, downloadable documents, videos, lesson plans on how to bring it in to your career learning program. Hope that's useful. Get in touch if you need any more information. Bye for now.